Have you ever sat down to do something simple on a computer, something that should take 2 minutes, and found yourself stuck, not sure where to click, not sure what that button even does, just sitting there feeling a little bit dumb? If that sounds familiar, I want to tell you something up front. There's nothing wrong with you. It doesn't even matter if you're the person who avoids new tech whenever you can, or that person who's pretty comfortable with it, but just wants the thing to work without a fight. This applies to both of you, and honestly, it applies to almost everybody. Now, this isn't a pep talk. I'm not here to make you feel better and send you on your way. I'm actually making a case, and I've got proof. And here it is, plain and simple. Technology confuses smart people on purpose, not by accident. And guess what? We're going to prove that together right now. Years back, I showed up for a new job, the job that I was talking about on the previous video. The director who hired me, they were fired. They were supposed to train me. They had already gone. No handover, no notes, no nothing. Just me, a login, and a system nobody bothered to explain. For months, I quietly wondered what was wrong with me. Why couldn't I figure this out faster? Why did everyone else seem to already know where things were? It took me months to see the truth. The systems were broken, not me. Nobody had built them with a new person in mind. I've been on both sides of this. I've been the confused new hire, and later, the guy other people came to if their systems didn't make sense either. That's why this next part isn't theory for me. We're going to take a look under the hood for a minute, because the real mechanisms at work here, once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's called the curse of knowledge, plain and simple. And it means that once you know something really well, you forget what it felt like not to know it. And the people who build most of the software and the gadgets that you use every day know their product so well that they've lost the ability to see it the way you're seeing it for the very first time. So here's how I picture this. Imagine a house built by someone who knows every loose window, every hidden crawl space, every quiet way in and out. They built the thing, so they never bothered putting in a front door. Well, why would they? They don't need one because they can just climb through a window that they already know about. That's a lot like what the software looks like from the outside. You've got icons on your screen. Those are the crawl spaces. You've got little openings that make sense to you because you already know where they are. The settings menu, that's the window only the builder knows how to climb through because they're the ones who cut it into the wall in the first place. And the jargon, all those words like cache or sync or protocol, that's the lock somebody installed and then just never left the key there for. So here's the part that makes it worse. The people who build this stuff mostly test it on other engineers, not someone seeing it cold for the first time with no idea what it means. Keep that house in mind because we're going to come back to it in just a minute. But I also want to be clear about something. This isn't laziness on anybody's part. It's just what happens when nobody's actual job is to think about the person standing outside the house, trying to get in. Now, here's where I want to slow down because this next part matters more than anything else in this video. Your brain does something automatic when a tool gives you trouble. It treats the tool as neutral. It's like sitting there doing nothing wrong, and it looks for the problem somewhere else. Usually that somewhere else is you. So say it with me because it's true. It's not you, it's the design. Sit with that one for a second because if the tool is actually the problem, then trying harder was never going to fix it. Feeling ashamed about it definitely wasn't going to fix it. You can't out effort a badly designed system any more than you can climb through a window that was never meant for you in the first place. So let's go back to that house. If you showed up at the front door and there was no door, just walls, you wouldn't just stand there blaming yourself for not knowing where the secret entrance was. You'd blame whoever built the house without a front door. That's exactly what's happening here, just with software instead of siding and shingles. So the fix was never about becoming more technical. It's about getting a better translator, something standing in between you and the system, turning all that locked up jargon into words you already understand. So let's get practical, because this is where the plain English translation framework comes in. And it's the actual tool that we're going to use together for the rest of this channel. Step one, name the thing plainly first. Before anything else, before any explanation, just say what the thing is called in regular words, not the marketing name, not the version, just the plain name. Step two, the moment any jargon shows up, translate it right there out loud in one sentence. Don't let it sit on the screen unexplained even for a minute. If a word needs translation, it gets one immediately, every single time, no exception. Step three, take that plain English version and map it to something from daily life you already understand completely, something that you've used 100 times and never had to think about it. Here's what that actually looks like. A password manager, stripped of all its branding, is a locked file cabinet with one master key. You've got one key, it opens one drawer, and inside that drawer is every other key you own. That's it. That's the whole idea. A firewall is a guard standing in front of your door, checking IDs. Nothing gets past them unless it checks out. They aren't fancy. They don't judge your choice of visitors. They just do one job repeatedly, checking who can come in and who can't. And two-factor authentication, it's just two locks on your front door instead of one. A regular key lock and a deadbolt above it. Somebody needs both keys before they can get in your house. Step four, and this is really step three in action. Once you've got that plain English version sitting in your head, go back and look at the technical term again. Notice what's happened to it. It's not scary anymore. It's just a label sitting on top of something you already understand. This is the whole method. Plain English first, then the mechanism underneath it, and then the analogy that locks it into place. We're not rushing through this like we're behind schedule somewhere. Think of it more like standing at a workbench with a good light, enough time, taking one step, checking it, and then moving to the next one. And here's something worth knowing moving forward. Every video on this channel from this point forward is going to use that exact same method. Plain name, quick translation, everyday comparison. So you always know what you're signing up for when you click on one of those. So let's bring this all together because we've covered some ground today. First, confusion with technology is a design failure, not a personal one. You were never the broken part in this equation. Second, your brain blames the user by default every time, but the tool is almost always what actually needs to be fixed. Third, the plain English translation framework is how we close that gap. Plain English first, then the mechanism, then an analogy that makes it stick for good. So, last thing, if you want to know exactly where you stand right now, take the free digital assessment, link below. Takes about 3 minutes, and it'll tell you exactly where you are and what you need to tackle first. And if any of this made sense today, hey, let me know in the comments below. And also, go ahead and subscribe. There's more of this coming, one plain explanation at a time.